The world we live in is a fascinating and enigmatic place, brimming with unexplainable phenomena, creatures, and events that continue to captivate the curious minds of many. Despite scientific advancements, many mysteries remain unsolved, leaving us puzzled and intrigued. In recent years, several strange and downright creepy occurrences have been caught on camera that defy logical explanation and scientific understanding. Today, we'll explore 10 such incidents that are sure to leave you pondering, glitches in the matrix that are truly mind-boggling. Number 1. Breathing forest. This mind-blowing footage of the Earth heaving like it's inhaling and exhaling like a living being has gone viral online. Some might think it's the result of special effects, but it's also not magic or a Halloween prank, according to Mark Sarosis of the Southern Quebec Severe Weather Network. This is an understandable meteorological phenomenon in which multiple natural elements work together to create this unusual scene. The trees in the background are seen moving because of the incredibly strong winds. The forest floor is covered with moss, which leaves a whole lot of the root system of younger trees lodged in a relatively loose medium, and as the wind sways the trees, the roots lift the floor. This is what gives the appearance of breathing. Other meteorological experts have corroborated Sarosis' explanation. So, it's clear that the forest trees definitely breathe in and release oxygen and carbon dioxide as byproducts. But the forest floor is not a respiratory organism. Though from the video clip, it does look like it's breathing in and out as if a giant is asleep under these rocks. Number 2. Disappearing man. Seems like there are a lot of ghosts wandering around in the cities at night, completely oblivious of the fact that surveillance cameras are watching them. This particular ghost was captured in a driveway in Kentucky. Turns out ghosts also like hanging out in parking lots and driveways. At first, it seems like a random man is just out for a stroll, enjoying the night breeze in the driveway in Kentucky, and the CCTV camera just recorded him. But just watch what happens next. The supposedly normal footage takes a frightening turn when the man suddenly disappears into thin air, like it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's quite unsettling, but many people online question the authenticity of the footage. They argued that no one really has the time to review all of their CCTV footage. So, how come the owners of this driveway discovered the man who could be a ghost? Maybe they're the nosy neighbors who like to keep an eye on everyone. Some netizens also think that the disappearing isn't as scary as the thought of our rapidly disappearing privacy, thanks to all these cameras on every street and house. Number 3. Twins or not. The two men you see in the footage may look exactly the same, almost as if they are identical twins, but believe it or not, these two have no previous connection. Both of them are minor league baseball players who play for two different teams. The color of their eyes is different, but besides that, they look exactly alike. And that's not it, they're both named Brady Fagel. The two men tried to convince the world that they were not related, and their uncanny resemblance and common name was just a huge coincidence, but no one would buy the story. So, they decided to put it to rest once and for all by getting a DNA test, and finally, they were able to prove to everyone that they were not related. They just had ginger beards and similar taste in spectacles, but no one can explain why they both have the same name that's even spelled the same way. Both the Bradys are 6 foot 4 inches tall, both are pitchers for Texas Rangers and Oakland Athletics, respectively, and strangely, both of them underwent Tommy John's surgery, and the same doctor performed both their surgeries. And yet, according to science, there is no relationship between them, though their DNA test did reveal that both shared the same amount of German ancestry. Number 4. Invisible bicycle. These pictures surely look like a magic trick is being performed by a cheeky artist. But these images are the creation of an artist who wanted to calm the human mind and eye. By depicting people floating around the city streets, they seem to be riding bicycles, except for the fact that the bikes are invisible. People were confused by this illusion. They wanted to know whether these people were mime artists, or were they actually riding invisible bikes. Zhao Hushan is the Chinese artist behind this project, called Floating It, includes a series of photographs in which he captured cyclists riding on the city streets, and then used his editing skills to remove the bicycles from the pictures, making it seem like the people are riding invisible two-wheelers. The pictures sure did manage to make all the smart people scratch their heads in confusion for a bit, but that's what the artist wanted. He was trying to challenge our ability to see, because we expect to see something else and our brains fill in the gaps. This means even though we can't see the bicycles, our minds are still able to conclude from the images that the people in them are riding bikes, though they are invisible. Number 5. Woman in the Tree. In recent years, many different movies have featured strange women spotted in various places, like the woman in the window, the girl on the train, and more. Another potential movie title could be The Woman in the Tree, featuring this bizarre lady who was spotted moving amongst the leaves on top of a tree. The locals say that she isn't just an ordinary woman or some sort of mentally ill person. They believe she is a ghost, and there have been rumors about this ghost wandering the jungles in the surrounding area. Soon enough, people started making up supernatural stories about her, and once these stories became the talk of the town, people began seeing her standing on top of a tree. How she manages to maintain her balance is still a mystery. When the local police were informed about this strange sari-clad ghost in a tree, they just dismissed it, saying it was nothing but an optical illusion. But soon enough, they realized it wasn't the human mind playing tricks, and the cops started seeing her too. They had been investigating a missing girl who they suspected could be the woman on the tree, but there's no way of knowing who she actually was. Was it really a ghost or just a lady intent on doing something insane? Number 6. Chair Ghost. Some of the most intriguing ghost stories have emerged from the UK, including the Black-Eyed Ghost and the Loch Ness Monster. However, most of these legends are just tales without any visual or audio proof. But nowadays, thanks to CCTV cameras, we can witness the strange and paranormal occurrences around us. This CCTV footage from the Lansdowne pub, located in Cardiff, Wales, depicts a woman's casual encounter with what seems to be a very well-mannered ghost. The pub is quite famous for a regular ghost called Lady Lansdowne. The footage shows the pub's manager enjoying her break. She was just sitting at a table browsing through her phone when the chair opposite her suddenly moved inwards, catching her off guard. She was skeptical at first and thought she was imagining things. But when she saw the CCTV footage, she realized that it was definitely not her imagination, and something ghostly was present with her during the break that moved the chair. The manager, however, didn't make a big deal of the incident, as the pub is known for being haunted. Also, the ghost doesn't seem violent or evil, so why not just coexist with it peacefully? Number 7. Bird frozen in air. Back in 2020, a bird was filmed in a strange situation. It looked as if it was frozen mid-flight in the eerie footage. This sparked a wave of incredulous theories online. This footage is from a quiet neighborhood called Tallulah Valley in Colombia, and it was filmed by local onlookers. The white pigeon apparently remained in a flying position, but looked completely motionless, as if it was stuck mid-air, or maybe someone had hit the pause button. Some viewers thought it could be a glitch in the Matrix, but others believe that the bird probably got trapped by thin wires. In the footage, the pigeon can be seen with its wings spread apart in the sky above a two-floored house, but it doesn't move at all. The pedestrians and bikers were quite surprised by the spectacle and stopped to look up and record the unusual incident. A closer look at the bird, however, reveals that it's not entirely frozen, as it can be seen twitching in subtle motions. Number 8. Magical helicopter. Turns out it's not just the birds that mysteriously freeze mid-air helicopters sometimes behave the same. This helicopter is ascending in the air, but unlike normal helicopter wings that keep rotating, the blades of this chopper look like they've stopped moving. But strangely, the helicopter remains in the air and does not crash to the ground, which is something a helicopter would normally do if its blades stopped moving. Now, this might be an exciting sight, but it's definitely not magic. Some netizens have explained that this is just an optical illusion that can be attributed to the way a camera. It happens when the frame rate of the video gets synchronized with the rotating blades, and that can lead spinning or rotating objects to appear still in the camera footage. It's also called the strobe effect, and it occurs because the film is not an image of fluid motion. It is in fact a sequence of still photographs, shown one after the other. And if the fan blades happen to be in the same apparent position in each frame, it will appear as if the blades are not turning. Number 9. Invisible car crash. Who knew that sometimes cars can crash into nothing? Physicists have time and again emphasized that moving vehicles don't ever crash into invisible things, but wait till they see this video. This clip is proof that sometimes a car can end up crashing into something that isn't there, or at least not visible to the naked eye. What used to only happen in video games could actually happen for real nowadays. In this clip, you can see how the car crashes in what seems like an invisible force. No one can say for sure what it actually collided into. Most paranormal enthusiasts think it's some sort of ghost car that collides into the normal one. Many internet users also pointed out that it could be one of the very realistic video game clips, but the only logical explanation is that something is crashing in this car, as the extent of damage is too significant to be caused by nothing. But so far, it's impossible to know what is causing this much damage to the incoming car without being seen. Maybe it's a glitch in the Matrix, and in some other dimension there is a wall these cars might be running into. Number 10. Guardian angel saves child. A photographer was left awestruck when her nonverbal son with Down syndrome accidentally captured a beautiful photo of what she thinks is his guardian angel. The 7-year-old Asher Lyles has been named by his parents with an extra to reflect his extra chromosome. He took the photo using his mother Carrie's phone on a flight home to Houston, Texas. When Carrie took her phone and scrolled through the pictures in her gallery, she was stunned by what she found. Carrie said that she has been aware that her little boy has a sixth sense about the needs of others. Even when it's just a hug or a smile, he tends to gravitate to strangers in need. Her suspicions were solidified by the image captured by Asher in her phone, and she believes the strange being in the picture is her son's guardian angel. He had taken dozens of photos, and she was deleting the images as her storage was getting low. When she saw this picture showing a white glowy person in the sky, the 7-year-old boy cannot talk and communicates using his photography. Thanks for watching.